This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Recording has started. Hello and welcome. Those dulcet tones you heard before were our founder, Phil Perich, giving us his wonderful endorsement of Tweaked Audio, the one audio brand that you should be listening to Capes and Lunatics and Sidekicks and everything on. Hey, I am your host, Charlie, the Professor Esser. Here on Superconnectivity, as oh man, you just heard from
Phil, me, and Perich.
That's the guy. Everyone loves him. Okay, Philip. So I mean, there's really big news in the comic. To save that story, our special guest, Lilith Help. It is a literal little affair of news for her, and I know she can talk about it. So make sure you listen for Capes and Lunatics to hear what this mystery story that Lilith is going to have a lot to say about. Moving right along. In good comic book movie news, there's been a lot of talk about Captain Marvel, about Starforce. Have you heard about Starforce? It's the Kree soldiers that are taking, which I don't know, man. You know my theory, Phil, that the Kree are the bad guys in this.
You mean the good guys?
You know, that's my theory. And we got Captain Marvel. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. See, you can't go with just the straightforward stuff with Marvel. It's like, oh, you know, because with the Kree, so obviously they're the good guys. But be the good guys, because first off, we already met the Kree. The Kree have been the bad guys in all of the S.H.I.E.L.D. stories, and this is all one universe. Mm-hmm. So. And we've already seen Ronan. We know Ronan is a bad guy. So what we're doing is we're coming into this story, and my basic prediction is we're coming into this, and it's like, you know, and it's like Nick Fury and Von Strucker working together as a team for some greater glory. At least that's what Nick Fury thinks, until the big reveal. No, I was evil the whole time.
What?
Just like Cookie Cat.
But yeah, that's probably that probably is going to be one of the big surprises. Is Ronan's probably going to be like a good guy, because after Guardians of the Galaxy, everyone's going to be expecting him to be a complete evil tool, but everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, he was actually doing something for good.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, it's hard to say. No, I think Ronan is a. Here's the thing: the Kree are a militaristic society. They are. And a militaristic society is, by its nature, fascistic. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you have a society that's completely based on its military and its conquering forces, they are going to be very centrally controlled by that state regulation. You know, mm-hmm. And that effort is, and it's one of these things where it's like, of course, it's like the Klingons, you know, the Klingons sound great when like, oh, noble warriors fighting together in the honor of blood and all this stuff. Do you realize, wait, but you're actually going out and murdering people to take lands for your emperor? You know, like in any other context, that doesn't work as the good guys. You know, the only reason why you could make the Klingons good guys was because they focused it through Worf, who wasn't raised by Klingons. So he's got this very outsider view of the Klingon empire. You know what I mean? So the Kree are the bad guys. The Skrulls are going to be the good guys. Or the Skrulls are going to be maybe also bad guys, but you're going to realize that the Kree are much, much worse. And that's what we're going to find here, is that basically it's like, oh, the shape-shifting Kree, but then you're going to realize that, or the shape-shifting Skrulls and how awful they are. And like, yeah, except the shape-shifting Skrulls have been ground under the heel of the dictatorial boot of the Kree for like 5,000 years. And, you know, that they are these infiltrators and these saboteurs is only because they don't have any other way to fight against these people. You know, it's your classic asymmetric warfare stratagem. You know, and this is what it's going to be. It's going to be the situation where we're coming into it and we're seeing noble Captain Marvel with the Star Force, da, 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 and it's going to be like, yeah, let's go kill these Skrulls. Wait, why is that Skrull so small? Oh, it's a baby Skrull. Kill it. But it's a baby. It's like, no, we got to kill every Skrull. It'll grow into a big Skrull someday. We kill them now. I can't kill baby Skrulls. That's wrong. I didn't write this probably isn't the exact dialogue, but that's what you're going to be looking for in Captain Marvel. Don't kill baby Skrulls. It's wrong. And this matches what we've been seeing in the comics, where the Skrulls have been having a much more nuanced portrayal over the years, even through Secret Invasion. You know, there is this whole, we have our own culture. We're these people. We actually, you know, yes, maybe we shouldn't have invaded attacked the Fantastic Four, but you know, retribution comes back, and here's the thing: at the end of the day, no one cares who blew up what first when Galactus eats your home world. Essentially, it's like, dude, we got no home world. We have been, you know, we were once a great empire, and we've been destroyed. And like I said, they're not going to be the good guys, but the Kree are definitely going to be the bad guys.
Yeah.
And what we're going to see at the end of this is the fact that, Captain Marvel is going to have to fight both the Kree and the Skrulls to protect Earth. And then why she has to go off world, we're not sure, except maybe that's the only way they protect Earth is by taking the war to the Krees and the Skrulls, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We do get Nick Fury in this, and Samuel L. Jackson was saying, you know, it's kind of weird for me sometimes because I have to remember that this character is so much younger. So I'll read the line and like, I'm used to reading Nick Fury, and but Nick Fury would never say that. But then I'm like, oh, but he's not there yet. This is where he gets there. And one of the publicity stills I saw, it has a little scar over his eye. Hasn't lost the eye yet, but you can already see Chekhov's eye.
Close, get close.
In there, yeah, boy. So like every time that something happened to Misty's arm in the first Luke Cage, you're like, oh, this is where she loses, and she kept the arm the whole time. And they just cut it off with a ninja sword. Ninjas. And one thing about that I wanted to say about being evil the whole time. I know you're not a big fan of Steven Universe. I love Steven Universe. And they have had this big reveal lately that, of course, Rose Quartz was actually Pink Diamond and all this sort of. And, you know, there's these people who feel like, oh, this is coming so out of left field. But I remembered this from the very first episode of Steven Universe. He has this dream sequence where there's this ice cream that he really likes called, I believe it's called Cookie Cat. And it's been discontinued. And apparently the Jiggle for Cookie Cat, it like parallels the crystal gems in that Cookie Cat is a refugee from an interstellar war, but now he's available at your grocery store. And at the end of the dream, as Steven is falling in his dream, he says to Cookie Cat, he says, oh, how did I not realize you were evil the whole time? And what we're finding is that actually Rose Quartz maybe was evil the whole time. That's the shocking reveal. That perspectives are not always what you think they are. And yes, the Gem homeworld was going to destroy Earth, but they were going to destroy Earth at a point before humans were on it. It wasn't until like the humans developing was a later factor, and organic life is a whole complex thing. It's interesting, and I think there's going to be a lot more nuance in the upcoming Steven universes, and the fact that this has been something that apparently Rebecca Sugar has been working on for a very long time, because again, that very first episode, that early reveal, that early suggestion that they were evil the whole time. Anyway, but we'll see where it goes. So that's Steven Universe. That's Captain Marvel. What else is going on this week? Secret Warriors, Heroes Rising, new cartoon. I know you haven't seen the trailer. It's very good. We've got Squirrel Girl. We've got Captain Marvel, or not Ms. Marvel, who are now contemporaries in the story, which, you know, we'll work with it. It's fine. I mean, in the comic books, Squirrel Girl is obviously much older than Captain Marvel. She is a college student, whereas Ms. Marvel is still a high school student. But still, you know, but here they're being contemporaries, they're being friends. It seems fun, you know. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of eating nuts and kicking butts references, so that's good. But what I like best about that is the sort of person behind the scenes for the Secret Warriors is going to be Daisy Johnson, voiced by Chloe Bennett. So it will be part of that. It will have our friends from S.H.I.E.L.D. showing up in it, we assume. But more interesting to me than that, and this is always the first question I always ask whenever we get a new Marvel cartoon, is this being... Because I know they're ending the Avengers storyline, I believe, and I believe this is the new thing. I'm wondering, are the Secret Warriors going to be folded into the new SpiderMan cartoon? Have we seen Ms. Marvel or Squirrel Girl in the new SpiderMan cartoon yet? I don't think so.
Was that in Spider-Man? Yeah, I think Ms. Marvel was in on an episode of Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then maybe that is, and maybe that'll be maybe it'll all loop back, because I know that universe is definitely a different universe than our Avengers universe that just went through the Secret Wars. So. Yeah, so that's interesting. It's a new cartoon from Marvel. Marvel has been churning these out. Yeah. I know you've been watching the Spider-Man cartoon much more than I have been. So.
Oh yeah, you got to catch up, man. I guess it's like, I don't know if it's the season or mid-season finale was quite superior.
Yes, I have heard. I do have my Wi-Fi situation corrected. Well, not corrected, but temporarily fixed, and then hopefully will be permanently fixed soon. I just got to get to that point. Yeah, so hopefully I will be able to watch those, catch up on them. Been enjoying the Venture Brothers. I know something else you don't watch. But it was interesting because this season, it really kind of feels like it may be the last season, because it really feels like now that they've tied up all the loose ends, now they're kind of giving characters growth. Like I think Doc Venture, Rusty is really in this last episode showed, you know, maturity and intellect and really who he's always supposed to have been, but maybe he just never had the opportunity to. And more to the point, I think they really exposed the silliness of the Guild of Calamitous Intent and the OS, Office of Secret Intelligence, for their own, you know, pomposity and failure to really be useful. That it winds up being just a bunch of, you know, not for nothing, punks playing with toys, you know. And it takes it into this nice secondary aspect of it, which was, you know, originally you had this idea that the entire purpose of the structure was to give order for the fact that it was a universe with super science, and with super science, you're going to have these guys, these idiots with death rays. And what do? The only thing you can do is to have some kind of a structured system for it. And what we're seeing now is that maybe this structured system isn't as structured or as practical as they've been implying. So it's going to be a fun season for that. I'm glad to have the Venture Brothers back. I'm sure it's not going to last very long, but it's there. I have been dominating this conversation, Phil. You got anything you want to add to this today?
No. Like you said, I don't watch Venture Brothers, so please, you know. But I'm surprised. No. Yeah. I was surprised you didn't like jump right in the Fantastic Four. I thought you'd be really excited.
I'm saving the books for the end.
Okay, that's what I figured.
But now we're here. Now we're at the halfway mark now. So let's talk Fantastic Four #2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay, so big thing. This villain of the week, who.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, she works Franklin and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But the first thing that strikes me about this character is she is not an esoteric being.
Okay.
Yes. What's her name? The Mourner or something like that. I forget exactly. She gives herself like several names. I am the heat death of the universe. Yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
Mostly what she is, and this is what I realized, is she's just an elder of the universe. She's not some great threat or power. Like she's not Oblivion.
The Griever at the end of all things.
Yeah, the Griever. Yeah. So basically, she's an elder of the universe. She's been around. And her thing is she likes to cry at things, and she's mad because after the end of the universe, Franklin rebuilt the universe, rebuilt a bunch of universes, which was a little weird, to be honest with you.
No.
And mostly it's weird because Franklin, who is now like a teenager, like everybody's like all grown and stuff, although weirdly enough. Alex Power has stayed the same age. It's like aging in comic books is weird because like you get to a certain point and then you just either stop aging, like you don't grow. You're either a very small child or you're a mid-level teen, and then maybe you get to be an adult, and then all of a sudden you are like ancient, like Old Man Logan.
Although they're kind of outside the universe, and they're kind of in these universes Franklin is creating. So for some of them, are they aging as much as they want to? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's entirely possible.
Like Franklin and Val wanted to age up. Alex Power was good with where he was at.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything is possible. It is an impossible universe. But the main thing that notice, and here's some for that. Easily, Reed Richards basically fools this being. Is acting like she's all that and a bag of chips, and we realize her bag, and she ain't even all that. He's like, "Well,
dude, you're getting
real
choppy.
Fantastic Four." You would not. He would have defeated you. Yeah, we would have defeated you so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, why don't I just give you this machine? And that's the other thing is,
Charlie,
use the machine to bring these things. So it's like, oh, okay. So again, maybe she's like a galactic. But I don't need galactic. What?
You're getting really choppy. You're getting choppy.
No, don't hear or what?
You're getting choppy. Yeah, I was having trouble hearing you.
Okay. Are you I'm getting choppy.
Yeah. Like cutting out every word.
Okay. I mean, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi should be good. What the problem is?
You sound all right now. So.
Let me. I don't know what to do. I mean, I have. Okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
On your end, I don't know. Maybe you're just receiving poorly. Okay, but no. But so the whole thing is, so Galactus he has technology, but he doesn't need technology. You know, he has an ultimate nullifier, but quite frankly, he doesn't even use it. You know, he just it's sort of like, oh, he's a little ultimate nullifier on my thing. This lady, clearly, she's using her technology. And okay, so and of course, early on, first she warps Owen Reed, warps Franklin universe, which I thought was an interesting thing, and it sort of feeds into this segment, which is everything that he needed to learn by creating universes he has learned. Now he cannot create universes anymore, which is a delightful change, I think. You know, it's a fun way, and at the same time, he's also everyone has code names now: Brainstorm and Powerhouse. I like the name Val. Well, actually, I really wish he would just have the name Tattletale.
But I mean, what did you think of?
When Franklin was Tattletale?
Yeah, I remember. But what about when the alien boys hitting on Val and Reed and Sue are like, does that seem familiar? Give it a second. Charlie?
Yeah. Well, I just find it weird, you know, of course. Again, this is like this weird aspect of Franklin creating these. What? Yeah, okay. This is this weird aspect of Franklin. You're really annoying me, Phil. Connect. I don't know. We'll have to see the tape, how bad it sounds. But this is the thing that's kind of weird about Franklin creating these universes, because of course he's creating these universes at a point in time, but really these universes theoretically should have this entire history, but really what it is they just look like they have a history, and in fact it was just created in the blink of an eye. And as he says, you know, I created your universe, I'm sort of your god, remember that the next time you hit on my sister. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cute thing. I thought it was just meant to be. And this is us saying that Reed Richards would have fixed Avatar in 1 minute, because they were clearly the characters in Avatar.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Technical difficulties. It looks like Charlie is gone. Oh wait, is he back? Hello?
Hello, we're back. Okay, so I don't know what just happened there, but something did. I don't know why. I'll check the Wi-Fi when we're done. Anyways.
But does anyone believe the Molecule Man got killed? Spoiler alert. I mean, he could have, even if he was like torn into a trillion molecules, you know he's going to pull himself back together eventually.
Well, of course he is, because he always does. He's like, I'm the Molecule Man, lady. What do you think? You did?
He's been vaporized before.
Been inside his own freaking magic wand.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, you vaporized me. Yeah, it's like, don't you know, matter and energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only reshaped. And I'm also the freaking Molecule Man.
Yeah.
I am freaking beyonder level scary. Okay, although I'm a real nice guy now for a reason, you know. Oh, I just want him and Volcana to get back together. You know, I know, you know, maybe that ship has sailed, but I just feel like, you know, the man needs them. I felt they were really good together. I felt they complemented each other nicely, you know. And but you know, speaking of those relationships, we get to see at the end of this. Because this was the big gag, when Reed Richards says, "Oh, just don't throw us into the briar patch," and he brings the Fantastic Four, but he brings all the Fantastic Four. So we've got T'Challa and Storm and Ms. Marvel. Hey, good old her. We remember the original Ms. Marvel, later the She thing. And we actually see you see Jennifer Walters there in her lawyer clothes.
Yes.
You know. Yes, you know.
Very interesting Nobody can find Wolverine, but Reed Richards found Wolverine, but no Bruce Banner.
No, he's there.
Who, Banner?
At least he's in the. He's on the cover of the next issue.
Yeah, but
they show the Hulk on the next. Yeah,
but you don't see him on that page, I don't think.
Yeah, well, maybe he's standing behind Wolverine. Yeah, I mean they had to get a lot of people on, but you got Ghost Rider, you got the whole gang there, so it's. And now, and it'll be interesting. And of course, they're going to go take on this Elder of the Universe or this Elder of the Multiverse. Because now we'll find out that there's Elders of the Multiverse. Even more eldery than the Elders of the Universe. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. It was fun. First off, I like the Susan Storm narration. That was a really great way to give us a lot of story download. And I liked the, what they've been doing and how everyone has grown and matured. Although, and like Reed says, is there a scientific term for exploring universes that you've just created? And Reed says, happily ever after. Yeah, except that was like halfway through the book, so that's not the end of the story. So that happily ever after doesn't exist.
Exactly,
because there is no scientific term for happily ever after. There is no happy in science. But this does lead into there was actually other big news in the Fantastic Four beyond Fantastic Four #2, which was a great book. I only read 2 books, and they were both real good. I'm not sure which is my pick of the week. So, I'm not sure because Domino was really good too. I really like Domino.
Domino 6. Yes.
I mean, Gail Simone, she's a great writer. But before we get to Domino, let's talk about the impending nuptials of Benjamin Jacob Grimm and Alicia Masters.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four 650. So which would put it issue 5 of this series.
Oh, they're going back to classic numbering?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know if they're cheating, because on each new cover you got the new numbering and the classic numbering. So yeah, so this issue 2 was 647. Yeah,
I see. So well, that makes sense. That it makes as much sense.
They want to go with the low numbering until they hit a milestone. Then they're like, oh, it's 650.
Yes. Well, 650 is a milestone. Except it's great because Alicia and Ben are finally getting together. At least we hope. This could be another Batmaning.
I don't know. They married Gambit and Rogue, so I mean, Marvel has a better track record this year for marriages in DC. So
yeah, well, and Marvel also has better relationships. Let's be honest. People getting married in the Marvel Universe, generally speaking, actually have mutual love and respect and camaraderie. Whereas in the DC Universe, it's always just a ploy. Basically, no. I mean, really, let's face it. Married couples in the Marvel Universe, there's one. There's Reed and Sue. And then, but everybody else, like, they only get married after a very long, prolonged storyline. And this is as long as you get. This is literally the longest will they won't they relationship. Although they have, but as far as getting married, will they won't they? In Marvel Comics, and you have this quality that these marriages seem earned. There are usually people that are from a long human story. Whereas, here's the thing. Here's why I don't buy the Batman Catwoman marriage. Because first off, they've never even dated.
They kind of sort of have done it in different continuities, but it's like every time they like reboot with like a crisis or something, it's like, well, where are they at now? That's why it's so hard to say, what's still canon, what isn't. That's what makes it difficult in DC.
Basically, they're a work couple that decided to get married without really being together, I mean, Gotham has a much more believable Batman Catwoman relationship storyline because they're actually living together. They actually have spent time together and they've known each other for years on a personal level and helped each other out. Mm-hmm. And, you know, also it helps that you don't get your history rewritten, as you said, every 5 years, you know. It helps like, oh, I was a millionaire. Now I'm a former hooker and now I'm Don Falcone's daughter for reasons, you know. Mm-hmm. Because there's only 5 people who have children in Gotham, and we all have to be related in some way. It's a very incestuous city. I don't know, man.
Hey, if the Alicia thing doesn't work out, just make her a Skrull. They've done it before.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to go back to that well. No, you know, I think this one will actually work. You know, we'll see if they have kids. We'll see how that all works. Although...
I always found that weird. Wasn't like the original Alicia wedding, you know, well, fake Alicia to the Johnny was like Fantastic Four 300. I don't even think 300 was double size, was it? It was like a regular size issue, I thought.
Yeah. It was just a normal. It was really kind of just a filler issue.
I know. For 300, I was like, wow, man, that's weird. But wasn't that like a couple months after Byrne left? Maybe they were scrambling.
Yeah. I mean, I actually always liked that story because you actually had because that was actually a villain book. Mm-hmm. You know, that was Puppet Master and the Wizard, Wingless Wizard, and Dragon Man makes a thing. And of course, our little caveat at the end from Doom. You know, as long as these flowers bloom, a truce from Doom. Because Doom, he's not a good writer. Okay, he's good at a lot of things. He's like, what rhymes with Doom? Bloom. As long as these flowers bloom, a truce from Doom. Yes, haha. I'm a great poet writer guy. No, he's not. Just that Moon June kind of stuff. It's just so AA rhyme schemes. You're better than that, Doom. At least you should be, but you're not. So I guess I can't judge you too harshly. But you know, I like that, and just the statement that, you know, he was being a nice guy because, you know, Johnny Storm got married to a Skrull. But as far as, you know, I wonder if you know who would be interesting to see in that. If we'll see who actually shows it, because there may be some extra people.
Oh, Elijah.
Elijah, yeah, Laserfist, if she's in there, because she was sort of a member of the Fantastic Four at one point, kind of.
She was Alicia.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know. And actually, she is a member of the Fantastic Five from the MC2 universe. I miss the MC2 universe with Spider-Ben now, because they have Uncle Ben Spider-Man there. And
what did you see during that? When Spider-Geddon, they're gonna have. I don't know if it's gonna be just a mini series, but there's gonna be like a Spider-Girls book where Mayday teams up with Annie Parker.
Oh, that'll be cute. Because they're kind of like, oh, you're like me, but from another dimension where, you know, we're the same but different. I love that. That sounds fun. I may pick up that book because I do love my Mayday Parker. More Mayday Parker, Marvel.
Yes.
Anyway. Yeah. And speaking of Parker Luck, there we go. I typed it in. Let's talk Domino. Gail Simone's. Now, this isn't the end of the series, right? This is just the end of this arc.
I believe so, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure there's another issue. Well, I know there's an annual coming up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no. There is an issue 7. I'm pretty sure I saw solicited. So yeah, it's not over yet.
It always scares me when I'm reading a book and they say the end at the end of the book. Like, wait, the end of what? The end of the arc or the end of the series? Don't do this to me. But no, I really liked Domino. Yeah, it was great. And she straight up murders that lady at the end.
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, whew. I didn't say which lady.
I know, but you kind of saw it coming, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like she says, you know, she's gonna do this if I don't do it. And it's a very Deadpool-y moment in that sense because, of course, you know, it is like the end of Deadpool 1.
5 moments.
Yes. Boom. You know, nobody. You know, but in this case, I think she really did have to do it, and we do see her learning to focus her power, focus her chi.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta focus that chi, and like I said, my only regret is they didn't give more on Topaz and Prototype and Domino, like what their relationship should have been. But now that the other two are dead, it's like. And I get why they had to. I get why. And, you know, this is what really hurt me in that is that, you know, at the end of it, he says, you know, his last words to Topaz are, you know, "I sorry."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she could have taken that to say, "We've made a mistake." That this horrid quest for vengeance, that what he had pulled her into, and I still say he wasn't the one. Like, I still say that Topaz was the one doing all the manipulation. I still say Topaz was the one who directed the bad luck to him, because Topaz is the one with the power to alter superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously she's the one that's creating the connect. She's the one creating the link between the three of them. You know. Because, as I said, you see that the bad luck doesn't happen to him until when we got to get Gail Simone out, because I really want a fan theory out on her.
I'm trying.
Yeah, we've tried. You know.
Although you know,
because I really. Yeah.
Do you know who do you know who Lilith and I talked to this week though?
Who'd you guys talk to?
Fabian Nice. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Fabian. I always call him Fabian Nice. I've only read his name. I've never.
I know.
Yeah, actually, you know, that was funny. On Wait, Don't Tell Me this week. You know, this guy, he was like, oh, because the question was actually last week, but like the question was, you know, the guy nominated for the Supreme Court, and he says it's like Kavanaugh. No. And I realized, oh my goodness, you've never actually heard his name. You've only read it.
Yep.
But that's how it is when you only read. It's like what, like where it's like continuity, which is that's how I read it, man. It was in this current continuity, as opposed to continuity, and if you only read the words, you don't know how to pronounce them.
True.
That's the thing that kids today, they don't know, because everything's digital and video, and now they know how to pronounce things. But Fabian Nice, did you ask him how to pronounce his name?
Yes, and I forget. Everyone will have to listen back. Exactly next episode of Wade's World. Listen, yeah.
So he told you his name, and then you immediately forgot it.
It's one of those things, when you forget, you hear something, then you're like, man, I forgot.
Yes. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, Domino was great. It really, it tied up everything nicely. I like that, and I liked the fact that in many ways, Domino's look extends to her friends, and I think that's sort of the thing that you're supposed to take from this, is that she is manipulating these factors. And this is one of these things, because this is one of these moments where you realize, oh, this is essentially the that moment in the West Coast Avengers where someone said, well, you realize that when you're altering probabilities, what you're actually doing is retroactively altering the entire history of the universe. And when you do that, you realize that this means that you are an Omega level super being, Scarlet Witch. And that leads us to everything that happened thereafter, from Master Pandemonium stealing her babies to no more mutants. All starts with someone saying, hey, you realize that if you had this kind of luck power, it's actually insanely powerful. And so now we have started Domino on the path to be the Black and White Witch. We're going to have to see how that goes. Oh, anything else you want to talk about this week, Philip?
No, because I think we'll get most of the rest of our stuff on Capes and Lunatics, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. But no, in Domino, I love our favorite Diamondback. When they were talking about crashing the Quinjet, she's like, oh, next time I see Captain America, I owe him a very good time.
Yeah, well, considering that she like betrayed him the last time she met him, yeah, I think you owe him a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, you play a little fast and loose with this relationship with Steve, and he's with someone now,
Oh yeah, but look how old she is. She's about to drop dead.
She's 40. She is younger than me.
I forget the way they draw her.
I know. I got the heart this because I said they don't have. She was in the other universe for 12 years, assuming she was, let's say, 32 when she went in. She is 44 now. She is not. First off, 100 years old like Steve Rogers was when they first started dating.
No.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to do that, here's a person your own age, Cap, bring back Peggy Carter. Except they killed her now.
Yeah, she's dead, yeah.
Yeah, she's all dead. Or maybe she just wanted you to think and she had like some secret infinity formula.
Oh.
Ha! Fooled you. Or maybe they'll bring in Peggy Carter, Captain Carter from that other universe where she was Captain America.
Oh, true.
Anything's possible, although I guess technically she died in the Exiles. But, they can always bring... But that was just in one universe. That's how it goes. Anyway, yeah, so... Don't you give into that, Phil. She is not that old. She was only in the universe for 12 years.
Draw her old.
Yeah, just that artists can't draw middle people. It's like the best they can do is like they should have just given her gray temples. It's like, there we go, grayer temples. That's how we show you're older, but not super old. Is give me gray temples or a beard like Reed Richards has his Nathaniel Richards beard now. I hope he keeps it.
Yes.
I want him to have that little goatee. It's okay, Philip. Where can people find you?
Well, if you want to contact me, especially about doing interviews, email me nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. And make sure you follow Superconnectivity. We're on Facebook, on Twitter, @SuperConnectPod. And the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES.
And, of course, you can always write to me that old-fashioned email way, the way our Maz and Paz once did, and Valeria tries to across dimensions, but the crystals are interfering. You'll get it if you read the book. At superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitters as I live tweet, coming back, Gotham, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Broken Dagger. I'll tweet it. I feel like it if I want to. At Charlie Esser, that's CHARLIESSER. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
Oh, so
Ping for quality. I thought you were looking for the button. For quality. There we go. Thank you for connecting with us, ladies and gentlemen. Please super connect with us again next week. Good night. Or good morning, depending on when you listen. Good afternoon.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you. The look of the domino.
All those Arrowverse shows are coming back in October too. I don't know if you want to live tweet any of those.
Well, maybe Legends. Want to see this Batwoman? I'm excited about Batwoman. Oh, I was watching Supergirl the other day.
Oh,
Manel has a girlfriend from the future.
Oh,
I was hoping it was Saturn Girl, but I don't know. Yeah, well, it's all reruns still, but yeah.